Loud.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ta-da. Welcome to Winter Camp, November 15th, 2025. Roger, would you like to open?
A small but enthusiastic crowd
So far.
so far. So Art, would you mind giving us a little blessing to start with?
I'd be happy to. Lord God, we gather in as a small group today. We gather in your presence and be in the fellowship with one another. We ask your blessing upon our time together. We might be strengthened, that we might renew our contacts and be inspired to go forth to serve you. Be with each one this day, be with those who can't be here, and be with any who might be trying to get in. And that we might give honor and glory to you and reach out through lines to serve your children everywhere. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Art. Well, so maybe we'll have a short call today. We'll get all the questions out.
Oh, here comes Renee. Yeah, since we pretty much have just the admin team on so far.
Right.
Right.
I mean, plus Muriel, but she's so experienced, she might as well be admin.
That's right.
Renee, you're still muted. Sometimes it takes a second to get oriented when you get in.
Right.
So hi Renee.
No. Can you hear me now?
We
Yep.
can.
Okay.
can.
Yep. You're in.
Oh, here we go.
Where's William? Did William?
Sorry, I had a
lose
weird
William?
thing going on my screen. Sorry, guys.
Where's William? So somebody just called in.
Yep.
313.
Good morning. Good afternoon. This is Carmen Alexander.
Hi, Carmen.
Hello.
Hey, Carmen.
Morning,
Hey,
Carmen. I should say
Renee.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I made it. It took me about every little bit of 5 tries, but I got in.
Oh no.
Yay.
Were you typing wrong?
No, my visual impairment kicked in when I thought it was just 878 4583. I didn't scroll over to see the last 4 digits, 0061.
Oh yeah. That
So
helps
I
you get in
made
the
it.
right meeting.
Yes.
I'm glad you made it, Carmen.
I'm
And,
glad I made it too.
And I was well, we'll wait a minute or so just to see if anybody else calls in while we're in the next.
Oh, go ahead, jump right in. We're gonna have to repeat
Okay.
things when they get here anyway.
Okay. Well,
Is this Roger I'm speaking with?
Yes.
Roger, I misplaced. I think I trashed my application through the email. Can you resend it? Because I didn't get a paper one. Everyone got there. So I said, let me just let them email it back.
And I don't know why, but I missed you. I was looking through the list of summer camp people and I saw your name and I'm like, Carmen Alexander. And so I actually just mailed your hard copy application today. But
Thank you.
If you want to try to do the online, you're welcome to do that if that's something that you're.
Yes, send it. I'm not comfortable. My daughter is coming over today. She could help me do it if you.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, I'll send it when we're off the call. How's that?
Okay. Thank you.
But yeah, my apologies because I'd sent about 100 applications out, and why I missed you, I don't know. But I went back and found your email and everything, but I didn't have your address, I don't think. So I was able to get it from the summer camp list. So
okay.
So we're good. We're good. You should get it.
Yeah.
It might take a week to get it, but you're still good.
Okay. Good.
So
I'm glad that we shared the summer camp stuff with the winter camp people and they share it with us too. This is Rosemary Carmen. So yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Rosemary.
Hello.
Hi, Rosemary. I'm glad. Will I see you this winter?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be at winter camp.
Oh, Roger, that was my first experience with summer camp, and I really met a lot of good people, and it was really nice. I'd never been away with my visual impairment away from home or with other people, I should say, just the family.
And you're going to have a great time at winter camp too, Carmen.
Okay. All right.
So how did you hear about summer camp, Carmen?
Well, Pauline Smith, Portia Smith, and Renee Nicholson, and some of the other ones that Jamie and Wanda used to tell me about it years ago. So I met with Renee this year and Pauline, and I really love them because they're just very, positive people. So I chose to come on and go with them. And I enjoyed
Awesome.
myself.
Are you a bowler?
Yes, I am. Renee got me on her bowling league. Yes, I am.
I'll tell you what,
Apparently, I'm an influencer.
There you
Yes,
go.
and I'm also a Lions person too. I am in the Lions Club.
Are
Rose
you?
Point Woods, Harper Woods. Yes, I am a Lion. Yes,
Excellent.
that's even better.
Let's see. Do you know? I think his name is Rathbun.
Yes, he's on the. Yes.
I can't remember his first name.
Renee, is that the one that's on our bowling league?
I don't recognize.
No,
that
that's
name.
Frank. That's Frank.
There's a fellow named Rathbun that that I'm familiar with, that he does diabetic retinopathy testing. He's like an ophthalmologist or something.
Who's got the kids running around in the background?
Oh, that's me. I'll put it on pause. Then my grandkids, their mother on their way to come and get them.
Oh, okay.
Now mute the phone.
You may hear my cat, my newest cat, at some point.
Didn't I say?
She is
Yeah?
a howler. She is a howler. Let me tell you.
Huh.
So
When
you'll-
she's
you'll
happy or
know.
just mad?
It's hard to know. Usually it's because she wants something, but I don't know that she knows what she wants. I think she just likes to get your attention, and it's
Okay.
so loud
That's-
that it almost startles you because she doesn't make any noise walking into a room, and all of a sudden it's like she's standing behind your back and lets out this yowl. I mean, it's
That's why I put
Yeah.
some little jingle bells on my cat's collar so I can know where he's at.
I'm gonna have to do that with
Oh
her.
yeah, that's a good idea. Yes, that's a good
'Cause
idea.
when I first brought him home, he used to sneak out of my apartment door and I wouldn't know that he was gone until the neighbor would knock on the door and say,
Oh.
your cat's sitting out in the hall. It was like, oh.
Uh-huh.
I've had him now for 10 years. I can't believe I had him this long, but he's still,
Oh.
when he wants my attention, he meows, and I think right now he's happy because he got his treat when I took my dog out and came back and got his food, so he's sleeping now, so it's good.
Nice. We've got a couple cats that kind of match the kitchen floor, especially when they're in the shadow of the countertop.
Uh-oh.
And that's where
Yes.
the food bowl is. So when I'm going from the kitchen sink over like to the wastebasket, I have to stop and look and wait for my eyes to adjust to the shadow. So I don't
Oh,
step on
wow.
them. I totally can't see them when they're down there in that shadow. I suppose I could walk around, but it seems silly when you can walk a straight line to walk around, but they're
Well,
just
sometimes I don't know mine is there and he's wrapping himself around my feet and I go, his name is Ruffy. So I go, come on, Ruffy, get out of the way. Cause mama's got, when you want food from mommy, you got to get out of the way.
right. I find myself shuffling instead of stepping when I'm in the kitchen. So at least if I shuffle into them, I haven't put my foot down on top of them.
Well, he's really big because he's part Maine Coon. He weighs 17.5 pounds. So he's like a little dog.
Woo.
Yeah.
And when he
Yeah.
wants, he knows I can't see. So he knows, so when he wants his wet food that I keep up on the counter in the kitchen, he'll step up, he'll climb up and he'll pull on the lower cupboard door, make it go clunk, 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 get my attention.
Oh wow, he's very smart, isn't he?
Yep, he is.
It's funny.
Aw,
They're
yes.
they're
He'd
clever.
feed himself if he could.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
No,
just
God.
having
not
that
really.
kitten.
He wants me to do it. Like if I give him
Servant.
greenies at certain times of the day, and if I, kind of get busy and I forget, he'll let me know. Same thing if I bring the dog in, I get a little busy trying to do something, and he doesn't get his tuna treat.
How about the time change?
All right.
Is Ruffy
He's
very-
adjusting, but it's you know, being that 8 months out of the year, we're on daylight savings time. So when it comes this time of the year, it's a little bit hard for him. The dog,
Yeah.
that's no
Oh.
big deal, but for the cat, you know, and it's kind of
Mhm.
funny because I don't go to bed till real late, and so if it's past what he believes to be my bedtime, quote unquote, he starts meowing at me,
Yep.
telling me, go to
Oh.
bed, go to bed.
My old dog used to do that. He would stare at me and I'm like, what?
Mhm.
And he's like, come on, let's go. And I'm like, but I'm not ready yet. It's Saturday night, you know, or whatever.
One time my friend Shirley was visiting with me and we were up till, I think it was almost 2 in the morning. And around about
Wow.
1 o'clock, he started meowing at us. I'm like, what is your problem, cat? What do you want? And we finally figured out he's trying to tell us to go to bed.
Told
That
you
was
guys
funny.
that it was quiet time.
Yeah. How about
Yeah,
yours,
that's what he
William?
said.
What's
Does your
that?
dog have a schedule?
Oh yeah, he's just kind of like sitting here behind me right now, telling me, "Hey, it's time to go eat."
Yeah.
The time change. Yeah, I said no, not until 3 o'clock, Dad. Then we'll go get you something to eat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, my our dog likes to have a he gets a greenie at 8 o'clock, and so he starts barking about 7 o'clock now,
Mm-hmm.
Because he thinks it's 8 o'clock. Yeah.
thinking it's time, and we have to politely tell him that it's not time. And so,
My
I
cats
just
were
don't
very
want
vocal
to-
last year at time change, but now it's like their 6:30 meal, which is sometimes 7:30, 8, depending on when I get home from work. Their 6:30 meal, they're starting to ask for it like 4 o'clock.
right?
Like, go away. Why are you in the kitchen with me? Go back to take a nap.
Well, my cat keeps
Especially with
waking me
6
up
of 'em.
between 5:30 and 6 in the morning. And so now he's trying to wake me up earlier. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
like, go back
Yeah.
to bed, rough. It's not time yet.
I feel like I'm leading a parade or something sometimes. I walk into the kitchen, I turn around, there's 5 cats following me. Especially if
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
only there for a second and I double back my path and they're all like,
No, our
Should we
cats
be
are always
the Pied Piper, Kathy?
yes, yes.
our
No,
cats
one
definitely
cat
know when it's time to
produce
eat.
plenty.
Yeah. Renee, you have a cat, don't you?
I used to.
Okay.
Yeah, but after he passed, my parents don't want any animals in the house. So that's part of the reason why I'm anxious to live on my own so I can have a cat.
Right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
love my cat
Well,
and my little dog. Yes.
I
It's
don't know if
expensive
you-
to live on your own. Maybe live with a roommate.
Yeah.
If your roommate tolerates animals.
Well, yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
pick the
you know,
right
I used
roommate.
to have, when was it? Was it 2006, 2007? I don't know, something like that. I lived in an apartment in Warren and I had a roommate and she had a cat, so we had this little kitten named Shadow.
Aw.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah. And I felt like I helped raise him.
Yeah. Those
Yeah.
fuzzy little babies.
The
He was
only
black
time
and
I
white.
had roommates was when I was in college, and then I had my guide dog, so they tolerated him.
I'd hope
It was
so.
kind of funny because I had changed dogs, and my first dog, my roommate, I didn't know she did this. She worked at a snack thing, you know, where they have cookies and all that kind of stuff, and she'd bring stuff home and she'd leave it on the floor by her bed. And why my first dog didn't bother it, I don't know. But when I got my second dog, you know, she got mad because the dog went in there and ate her stuff. And I said, well, it's a dog. You're not supposed to leave stuff on the floor.
Why would she
You
leave
know,
food?
that's
Would she
right. Why
hug
would
you in
you
the
leave
middle of the
snacks
night?
on the floor anyway? Why
God.
would you leave? That's not nice. And then you're going to sell it. Why would you put it on the floor?
Well, I mean, because she brought it for herself, you know, so she could lay on the bed and just reach down and grab something and snack on it, you know.
Oh, okay. So she wasn't snacking while she was sleeping. This was like in the
No.
evening.
Yeah, well, it's like if she was doing her homework, because she was a college roommate,
Yeah.
so she would be doing her homework and laying on the bed, and she'd reach down and grab stuff, you know, on the
I
floor.
guess she's
So
got to close her door.
Well, we told her that too. And then one time, because Shirley and her and I, the three of us, shared a 3-bedroom apartment at one point, and she used to bring home these dudes that we didn't like. And this one guy, they're in their room, and Shirley and I were naughty. We penny closed their door.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Then they couldn't get out. Oh, it was funny. We were crazy kids back then.
A lot
Naughty,
of trouble.
naughty.
Roger, do we have
trouble
any
was-
agenda items or?
Well, so I wanted to I just have a question real quick for Renee before I forget.
Okay.
Your friend that we were talking to last year about coming to camp, lives
Which
over in
friend?
Lansing area.
John
Um,
Stammer. Oh,
So that guy, I don't think I
Oh.
ever got any information about him. John Sanders was his name.
Yeah.
That you met. And he didn't go to summer camp, right? He just was somebody.
no, we just met him on the bus.
Right. Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
have a number for him?
Yeah, I sent you his phone number
Oh, okay. I'll check.
months ago when you texted me about it.
And then there was a
Autumn.
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 She was just, we couldn't quite clarify her email address for the longest time. I still don't even know if we have the right email address.
Oh,
And she doesn't respond to text messages, so
really?
I don't know. Well,
Huh.
she does once in a while.
Do you think she's interested in coming?
Yeah, she's interested. It's just it was always last few times it's been a time conflict whenever the dates were she had some family obligations, so
Right. I've got her email.
yeah, but she's definitely interested, and she is part of the Lions Club. She recently moved into her a house with a friend. So she lived in Langsburg. I think she lives near Grand Rapids now.
Oh. Well, good. Okay. Well, I want to connect with her.
Okay.
For some reason, I'm not sure why. It's like my email list for the Lions Club. People drop off every once in a while, but for some reason, I didn't have her on my list. And I
No,
wanted
because
to-
we couldn't clarify her email address when
Yeah.
I think she's doing
Oh.
voice to text, and it came through like 3 different ways. And then I sent her a test message through email, and I just double checked my email account and I don't see a reply to my test message. So I had texted her
Oh.
and asked her to send me a message, and I don't remember seeing that come through. So that's why
I think
said
she's gotten one or more of the email messages, because I remember
okay.
like a year ago, before February, before we had camp, there was something that Roger sent out about asking for prayer for somebody's husband or something, and I know Autumn read that and contacted whoever it was regarding, and and saying that she'd pray for that person.
Okay.
Probably B, when her husband passed.
Might have been.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Because I just remember, the two of us talking about that. But her address is ASKY, ASKY. So it's A in the word sky. And then there's a few numbers, and then it's at Gmail.
Yeah, it's the numbers that were the problem.
Yeah.
They kept
so
coming through in
the
different
numbers-
orders.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
Yes. And what it is it's it's her initials are ASM, because her name is Autumn Sky Michaels. So the numbers are the dot patterns in Braille. So yeah,
I
so
have-
it's ASKY. So A and the word sky.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
It's 1 2 3 4 1 3 4 is what I have.
well, hang, let me think for a second.
I just looked at it.
Yeah, 1 2 3 4 1 3 4.
Right.
Yeah.
One,
Yeah,
four.
that would be correct, because that's the Braille numbers for the Braille letters. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you don't know Braille, you wouldn't get that.
And Renee, yours is still rsnlife@icloud.com.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. Okay. And if I'll look for John's information. In fact, I just had you pulled up to check. Renee Nickel.
I have one other thing to tell you.
Sure.
You may know, you may not, I'm not sure, but my friend that didn't make it last year because she was in the hospital, Elizabeth Forrest.
Right.
So she intends on going to camp this year. Her husband passed away last week.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
On Friday. So not yesterday, but the week before that. He's been ill for a long time, and the last couple months he's been in hospice, so it was expected. They just obviously didn't know when.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right. And so his services are at a church in Shelby that she attends for next week. But I also wanted to tell you that she has a new address.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So she doesn't live in Shelby. She lives in Sterling Heights. And if you want to write this down, I memorized it. Her address.
I'm writing.
Okay. So her address is 15150 Shoreline Drive, SHORELINE, Sterling Heights, Michigan. Not sure about the zip code. I think it's 48. It's either
I can look that up.
313 or 314.
15150 Shoreline. Google will tell me in just a second.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
48313.
48313. Okay. Well, thank you so much, because I sent her application to the wrong address. So
Okay. Yeah.
I'll send another
Yeah,
one.
she didn't
I
set up mail
intended to tell
forwarding.
you earlier and I forgot, and
Maybe she'll have that, but
Liz said that she was going to. And then, with her husband, she wasn't thinking about camp.
sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Roger, do y'all need volunteers, or do y'all look for volunteers?
We always are interested in having volunteers. Yes.
Because my girlfriend Robin she's going to be a new camper, but she said her mom wanted to come, and I said I know Pauline has mentioned that they make sure the visually impaired and blind get rooms, boarded before they actually give it to other people.
Well, we I mean, the camp is intended for the blind.
Yes.
And so a lot of, and we allow like a person to bring a caregiver, somebody to
Okay.
come along and help them.
Okay.
We do ask them to pay, because the meals are so expensive that it's hard to just not have a contribution
I
towards
know.
that.
Okay.
But if the person wanted to come as a caregiver, that's fine.
Okay, I'll let her know.
I mean, a
Okay.
caregiver would be putting their own camper first, as opposed to a volunteer who would be a general purpose person.
And
Right.
we do ask those folks to help out anyway, usually. So
Okay.
if somebody's having a problem,
my friend Lion Jack, he always comes. He brings us and helps out at the camp while he's there.
I mean, it's especially if they were a driver or something, that would be another situation. Especially if they've driven a group over, then that's they would be welcome to stay, especially if it's from the Detroit area and you don't want to drive back, type of thing.
Roger, it's too bad that you guys don't have a foundation like we have for our summer camp, because we
Right.
could keep our, even though the things, meals and things get more expensive, we can have the support from the foundation, so we don't have to raise campers' fees that way.
Right.
Well, I mean, the district kind of functions as the foundation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a
And
separate.
Roger's beard.
And Roger's beard and his head.
Yeah, well, we have a separate foundation, outside of our Lions
Yeah.
that we use for that.
Mhm.
I just made contact with a company that's putting up solar panels in our area, and they're looking for
Okay.
partnerships to try to, like help the communities that they are in. And so this is one of those areas that I was going to see, hey, are you guys,
Interested.
wanted to give
Okay.
money. If you're interested in giving money, here's a way to do it, So
Yeah.
We're making donations, yeah.
to make a nice donation, towards it. And so I just talked to the guy, so I need to
Follow up.
get some ideas together for them and say, okay, here's a list of projects that you can help with, and this is one of them. And I
And
I
so,
actually talked to him about winter camp. So
so I'm glad I'm on the line and I'm getting my application in early. So I know I got the application, but when I sent it, they never received it. So now I could put my turkey in there, my turkey and fish options.
what?
You can
Oh,
request turkey and fish, but I think you're gonna get chicken
you-
and beef.
You'll get what you get,
Yeah, that's fine.
Usually it's what you can't eat that we want to know about,
Right,
I
right.
know you're right about that.
What are things you can't
But
eat?
I always will eat a salad.
Yeah, there's
Um,
some certain foods that I can't eat either, but that's okay.
So
You
Yeah.
guys were talking about holiday traditions for Thanksgiving, so
Yeah.
you want people to talk about
yeah,
that?
let's talk about that.
Because I know that for our family, my mom's, how to explain it? On my mom's side of the family, she had an aunt, it would be my great aunt, who had like 17 children. So my mom had a huge family,
Wow.
for cousins, And then, of course, we had my grandma, and my mom had three other sisters as well. So when we had Thanksgiving in New York, we would have a huge, we would have a whole bunch of people come, and we had our dining room, full of people, and we always made our own turkey, and we always stuffed it. We made our own, homemade stuffing for the turkey. And it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. And then, of course, after time passed and people kind of scattered, my mom and dad moved to Florida. Then every year at Thanksgiving, I would fly down to Florida, and she had a couple of cousins who didn't live too far. So my dad and I always made the turkey. And it was always a lot of fun for him and I to do that. And then what I do is I bring our Christmas, their Christmas presents. So after dinner, and the cousins and all those people left, then we would open Christmas presents. So that was,
Ah.
of course, now that they're both gone, I don't go anywhere for Thanksgiving, and we're lucky that my friend Lion Jack Brewer, he comes and helps out with camp. He's involved with the VFW and the American Legion, and the VFW does a really nice Thanksgiving dinner. So he takes me and a couple of his friends, and the four of us, have Thanksgiving dinner at the VFW now. So that's what we do.
That's cool.
It is. And of course, I work with veterans, so I know a lot of people when they come up there. It's really fun to see them.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't realize the VFW house did anything like that.
Well, I don't know if they all do, but this, here in Muskegon they do. So they may be just local. I don't know.
The American Legion in Saline does like dinners every Friday, I think, something like that. And I think
Yeah, they
do
do
it.
that around here too. They did do
Yeah.
dinners, and the VFW does hamburger nights and fish nights during Lenten season and all that.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So single people can just go and have, and what's really cool is that and I know for sure that the VFW, if you're a World War II veteran, you don't have to pay for your meal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, too many of them left, but
Right.
And then you don't have to make a big meal
no.
for one, you're gonna get takeout from the grocery store, or you might as well sit and have dinner with friends at the hall.
Absolutely. Yep.
Mhm.
And
Right
ours is
about
open to the
that.
public, so they'll advertise sometimes. Well, I suppose they advertise all the time, but I only pay attention sometimes.
Because if you're a single person, and you really, because it's a family day, so people who have family are gonna go spend the time with their family. And if you don't have any family, like myself, my family's all gone, and the few family members that I have left are out of state. So,
Except your
know,
cat and dog.
yeah, well, they can't. They're not allowed to eat people food.
They're
So
not allowed to eat at the table.
But they are your
although
family.
although sometimes my cat thinks he could crash out on my table, and I got to shoo him off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's because it's really lonely for people who haven't, people that they can spend some of the holidays with. So, I'm always grateful that I have that, because I have one cousin in Pennsylvania, one in Massachusetts, and the others in Idaho.
Wow.
Who else has a tradition they'd like to recount?
Nobody?
Well, there's only 8 of us on here today. As
Right.
opposed to the usual 15, so.
Well, I'll go. So we usually like to have some of our family come in. We typically we haven't every once in a while. One of my kids will have Thanksgiving, but they don't have a lot of room, so we usually have people come here, and it's our chance to see the grandkids that we don't see very often, and so that'll be the case this time, except that not one of my sons that lives in Knoxville is actually going to be in Portugal for Thanksgiving. But but my sons, I have one vegetarian, actually two vegetarians in the family, so we cook what we call a fake ham loaf, and which used to be when my mom made it, it was like you'd grind up ham and grind up sausage and mix them together and make like a meatloaf, and it was drizzled with cloves and like a clove topping,
Ooh,
and
sounds good.
and it's really tasty. So we use like veggie crumbles um, to make this thing, and my kids, the kids that like that sort of thing, love it. So, and then it's okay. What's the other meat option? So they also like to smoke things, and so this year we're going to smoke a turkey in our in our in my smoker, and then we're also going to do a deep fried turkey. So we have
I've heard those are
we have
good.
two small turkeys that we're going to
Don't set anything on fire.
do.
When I hear deep fried, there's those guys that don't make it stable enough and it tips over and the whole garage goes up, and be careful.
Well, yeah. And so, right, I've never set one on fire.
That's good.
So that's I try to be careful, but observe all the safety rules, but they're pretty good that way. But usually it's a matter of just sitting around and watching college football, or well, actually we watch whatever pro football game is on, and usually the Lions are
Lions,
playing.
first one's on.
So we'll watch the Lions play, and then whoever else, and then we'll go outside and take a walk, walk around the neighborhood. Sometimes my wife will, if the weather's good, she'll hitch up the little garden cart to the lawn tractor and take the little kids for rides around the neighborhood but they're almost getting a little bit too big for that now. But so I'm sure this year we'll be playing football with my oldest grandson, who is only 7, but is like just he's become addicted to sports. He loves playing football, and he's actually pretty good. Um, and so he likes he can throw it really well. He can kick it. They play flag football, so he's really into that, and he loves to watch football, and he calls the games, and it's really funny to watch him because he can be a little cantankerous at times, but this sport seems to put him in a happy place. So that'll be
That's cool,
fun.
Roger.
And then my two granddaughters, they love to see each other, so they'll be off playing dolls somewhere, dolls and princesses. So,
You know,
so
it's
it'll-
interesting that
sometime.
since Michigan is such a pro football state and growing up in New York, which is a pro baseball state,
Right.
Mhm.
it's kind of interesting because in fact, I didn't even go to my first football game until I was in junior high school. I didn't even know what football was even about. Kind of reminds me of that Andy Griffith thing that,
Oh yeah.
that Kathy
yeah,
played for us.
Right. That
You
was so
remember
funny.
when I played that, we actually got cited by YouTube that we couldn't post the video, the meeting minute video, with that in there. I had to edit the video to remove that segment.
Oh yeah, I remember
Because
you
of
said that
licensing.
in the email.
Yeah.
But I have a copy of that anyway, so. But I thought that was the funniest thing I ever heard. That was so cool.
Did we lose Carmen? Or is she still
No,
there?
she's just quiet. She's probably getting the grandkids out the
No,
door. She said her
I
daughter
got
was
the
going to come to
grandkids, and I didn't want to disrupt the meeting, and was just thinking about Thanksgiving. How when I first moved in my apartment, and I've been here 2 years, but the first year I got here, they donated me a turkey, and so I had made me a turkey and some greens. And so this year, one of my daughters moved back here from Texas, so she's gonna cook, and my other baby girl gonna cook. So I got just about some turkey wings I'm going to cook and make me some greens, and they said I can come over there and have dinner with them. So that'll be
Oh,
nice.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, we used to get together with my sister house. My mom going in 2020, and his mother, my sister's mother-in-law died. I think it's 19, and so we just stopped having dinner as all of us go over there. We used to get together every year on Thanksgiving. You know, everybody buys something, but she didn't want us to cook it. She just wanted us to buy it, and she cooked it, and we all went over there and ate together and, said prayers
Cool.
and ate. So everyone is dying. I guess my grandma gone, my mama gone. So, yeah, so I guess everybody just cook at home now.
Mm.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
after my mom and dad passed, and then I wasn't going to Florida anymore. I had a friend that lived in the senior part of my complex. Her name was Millie.
Mhm.
And in fact,
Yeah.
Millie Lehman came to winter camp, probably before your time, Roger.
Yeah.
And
I remember the name. I remember seeing
yeah,
the
so
name.
I used to go, so we'd go over to her house and we'd bake a turkey in her oven, and then we'd have a couple of friends over, and we'd have Thanksgiving that way.
Nice.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah, see? Yeah.
Well, that's a great.
And then
It's a
my-
great family time, and that's
Yeah.
what gets sad is when you start to lose your family.
Yeah.
It's like you have good memories.
Yeah.
It's not the same. Sure, not the same.
It's not the same. The holidays is not the same. It just don't seem like families get together like they used to during the holidays.
Right.
Help
Mhm.
that, you know.
Yeah.
Because when I lived in
So,
New York
yeah.
at Christmas time, we'd all go to my great aunts for Christmas Day, and holy mackerel, all my second cousins, and we'd have a big old fun time dancing.
Now, I
and
know if
playing,
you said one of the
records
aunties
and-
had 17 kids, so I know y'all had a good time. Ooh, y'all
Oh,
had
yeah.
a good time.
Well, not all of them were, came, but a good number of them, because a couple of them lived in Massachusetts, but most of them were in the area. So
Yeah,
in
that
fact,
still
we
was
used to have
nice,
Halloween.
yes.
I had a laugh. We had Halloween parties at our house, and we would have it in the basement. And when I was in junior college, we brought, some of my friends would come, and oh my gosh, we'd have a whole big, huge house full of people and a lot of fun.
I
Everybody
love
dressed
it
up
when
in
everybody is
costumes and
together in one
stuff. And
house.
You say, Renee?
I said I love it when everybody's together in one house.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, we had a
That's
nice
what I've
finished.
missed too.
Yeah, we had a nice finished basement, and my dad had hung speakers on the walls and in the basement, and we put the records on on the main floor in the living room where our record player, we had a console type thing, a Magnavox that
Oh.
had the records and the radio, so you can either
Yeah.
switch the speakers to be just upstairs or just downstairs or both,
No, that was nice. Yeah.
In fact,
So,
we did the limbo rock, and we used a broom, and everybody did the limbo.
Yeah. Oh,
How
that was
low
nice.
can you
That
go?
was nice. Yeah, hello. Okay. Now that was nice. Yes.
I've
Yeah,
never
we
been
was-
good at that.
Oh, boy.
It was a lot of fun.
So whatever
Yes.
happened to that album that you played for that, Rosemary?
We didn't have an album. We had the 45s.
Oh, the 45s. Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
In fact,
No, the 45, yes.
in fact, I have a
Okay.
huge 45 record collection, probably numbering about 2,000
Wow.
songs
Whoa.
at least.
Woo.
Wow.
And I don't know, a couple
Mm.
few hundred record albums too. I have a huge record,
Oh,
you know,
wow,
huge music
okay.
collection.
Do you have something to play it
Oh.
on?
Actually, yes, I have a record player that I bought from Amazon, which I thought was pretty cool, because one of the things you can do with it is you could put a flash drive in it and you could record your records onto the
Right.
flash drive and then put them into your
Ooh.
computer as MP3 files. So that's what I did with most all of my collection.
Wow.
That was really nice.
How many-
Cool.
how many
I haven't
record
done
thumb
it with the
drives?
albums because sometimes I'd like to just have the separate songs and it's harder to, just record one song off the album. But I have all kinds of cool stuff.
Oh,
Like
okay.
albums I've got in fact, my dad used to love the TV show All in the Family.
Yes.
Yes,
my
I
dad
did
loves
too. I
that.
love that on the family. Yes.
So for I think it was either for his birthday or Father's Day, one of the two. Anyway, we bought him that album. And it is
Now, that's
funny.
cool.
It's the funniest thing. But and then my brother, he liked Herb Alpert, so he'd had a bunch of Herb Alpert albums, and we had the usual ones. We even had like Thoroughly Modern Millie and Sound of Music. So we had and some of those ones. My Fair Lady. We had a lot of those types of albums, and of course then we had the popular people. We had some Beatle albums and Monkey albums, and all that kind of such and stuff. So,
Right.
Yeah.
but we
Nice.
hung on to them over the years, and I ended up being the keeper of the music.
All right then.
You probably have some valuable ones sitting in there somewhere,
I would say so. In fact, it was kind of sad because my mom had 78s, and we recorded most all of those when they were in Florida. I recorded them onto cassettes, and then I transferred them into MP3 files. But when we had to close up the house and stuff, we couldn't take all those records back here to Michigan, so we had to donate them away.
Right.
But my dad was a sanitation worker, he would pick up stuff, and way back in the 50s, he would pick up radio stations would throw away the records when they were no longer used in the play, and so he'd pick them up, or people would throw them away, and he'd pick them up and bring them home. So that's how we got some of our early stuff.
Hey,
In fact, he even had a couple of Edison records that,
Wow.
but then, like I said, those had to go, because we couldn't take them home. But
Can't keep
and they
Well,
were
we
too
got
heavy to
bicy-
ship.
That's how we got bicycles as a kid. My dad would pick them up from who knows where.
Well, that's how we
Mhm.
got roller skates. My dad
Yeah.
would pick up the roller skates, and he'd take them apart, and he'd take all the good parts and assemble them. So when we lived in Brooklyn, and it was big roller skating in Brooklyn all the time, we got them all. My dad would make them up, and we'd have great roller skates.
Nice.
Mhm.
My son,
Nice.
one of my sons lives in Ann Arbor, but the other one used to live out in Washington State, and in Olympia, Washington, and so they were. And Ann Arbor does this now, but they have what they call free piles. So
Oh yeah.
nobody does that here in Battle Creek. I mean, they just set stuff out and people go pick it up, but they,
If they want it,
this
yeah.
is like a cultural thing. People put stuff out, and they expect people to come by and pick it up and use it, It's sort of like
Take it if they need
recycling,
it. Yeah.
an intentional recycling program, for
Well, sure. You just put it out on the curb, and
for things you don't want,
but then
Well, it's-
sometimes you'll get reports of someone who reports like their kid's bike was stolen because the kid had left
They
it
left
out on
it
the
out,
easement too
yeah.
close to the street, and someone says, "Well, it's in the
Yeah,
easement."
Well, it's kind of cool. My dad being a sanitation worker too, is he would collect all these metals and he'd bring them home and put them in the garage, and then he would sort them out, and then he would bring them to the recycling place and get money from them. And that was part of what we used for our vacation money.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
I don't know. You
All
could
right,
get
kids.
money for
I actually have to
recycling.
get going early today, but you keep having fun. I'm gonna
You gotta
enjoy your day.
turn it back to me. Did
Oh
you make
yeah, I
the note?
suppose.
Who is that talk
Well,
leaving?
Bye,
That's what
Kathy.
happened
Kathy
last
has to
time.
go.
Hi,
Bye,
Kathy has
Kathy.
errands to run.
Kathy's got work to do. So
Okay, enjoy your day, Kathy.
All right. See
Stay
ya.
out of
Stay
trouble.
safe.
I'll try.
have a good day. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, Art, what are you doing for Thanksgiving this year?
Well, this year my daughter-in-law's birthday comes on Thanksgiving, and so we're going over to my daughter and daughter-in-law's place, and but they're in Canada, and so they don't celebrate Thanksgiving on U.S. Thanksgiving,
Right.
and so we'll probably go out to dinner there in the community that they live in now, which north of Toronto. And my daughter is vegetarian, so we're not going to cook a turkey, but we'll probably
Tofurkey?
take our
Tofurkey?
daughter-in-law out to dinner.
All right. Sounds
Very
fun.
But my former wife and my son are coming over, and so we're going to all be gathering at my daughter's
Okay.
place. And we'll find out what it's like. They just bought a new house, and they said it's got lots of space, and so we'll find out all about it when we get there this year.
Nice. And where do
But
they live? That's
it used to be Schaumburg. I don't remember the name of the little town. It's 10 miles north of Schaumburg, which is in the middle of nowhere, north of Toronto now.
in Toronto. Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, I know when we went
When
to
you
the
said Schaumburg, I'm
international
thinking Illinois.
convention
No,
that they're doing a lot of construction around the Toronto area when we went to the international convention in Montreal a couple of years ago.
Well, it's
Yeah.
it's a bustling town, that's for sure.
right.
I used to go there for work occasionally, and it's a beautiful city.
Hmm. Yes.
We actually went there a couple of times for vacation for spring break.
Okay.
First time
My
we went
daughter
to
works at the
Toronto.
University of York in Toronto, so she commutes into to work when she goes in. I mean, she does a lot online right now,
Yeah.
Okay.
but
Well,
they have lived in Schaumburg now for, I guess, close to 8 to 10 years, and just sold a house in Schaumburg and moved to about 10 miles north to a little community there. And
Wow.
they've got an old farmhouse, they say, and it's got some outbuildings, since they've got space for vehicles and also space for a workshop outside.
Nice.
Cool.
And so we'll see what it's like when you get up there.
Yeah,
Well,
the first
drive
time I went
safe.
to Toronto was back around 1960 something, because it was our first trip from New York that my dad took, because I was like 14 at the time. And the one thing we loved about it is, this is kind of silly, but we rode the subway because the subways in Toronto were clean and they had all color coded stations, whereas in New York they're all black and dirty.
Yes.
Yeah,
So it
Toronto's
was
a very
kind of
clean
fun to
state.
ride the colored, the colored stations. You didn't have to actually know what they said, as long as you knew what color you had to get off on.
Right.
Mhm.
So Art, you'll probably go up to Port Huron, right? Is
Yeah,
that-
we'll go through Port Huron. Even though the computer says it's closer to go through Detroit and Windsor, we go up through Port Huron and go that way.
Well, be careful, because I used to go. That's the way I used to go to work, going through there, and I got caught in a snowstorm one time. It was amazing. I mean, it was just terrible. And then when I got up there, and I got to not just shortly before London,
Mhm.
it just quit, But prior to that, it was just I couldn't see hardly in front of me, and I was think I was going about like 30 or 40 miles an hour for all that way, and then it just stopped. And I got up there and I looked at a map and I was like, oh, okay, this is lake effect, It's all lake effect snow right up there. So watch the weather, and if the weather
Yeah.
if it looks like it might be questionable for snow, I would go the other way. I would go
Yeah.
the Windsor route.
We've made it a number of times because they've lived there for, well, let's see. I think Johnsy and I were just getting married when we helped him move into the house in from Ottawa to Schaumburg.
Okay.
And they interestingly enough, we drove down into Toronto, and yeah, we must have not been married at that point, because we drove down into Toronto to visit a lighthouse there in Toronto. And we got back, and I had taken 40 pictures of this cute little lighthouse in Toronto. And I discovered Johnsy had taken 20 pictures of the lighthouse. And I said, this woman has some possibilities.
That's great. So were they all good pictures?
Well,
Whose
yeah, it's a cute
whose
little
pictures
lighthouse.
were better?
Yeah. And they had moved the lighthouse on shore, and he was in the turnaround for the trolleys. And so the trolleys would be going and would park there and turn around around the lighthouse.
Right.
Queen's Wharf, I think it was called. And so anyway,
Interesting.
we helped and packed up and moved at that point, and then took a half-day trip down into Toronto and back out.
Right.
Cool.
That's nice.
Sounds like it was fun. You had a good time, Art, especially with the lighthouse.
It seems like our Thanksgiving tradition is virtually every year is something different, and depending upon circumstances and people where people are, that my one church that I served with at Munith, near Munith and Pleasant Lake, the Munith church started a public Thanksgiving program, and it outgrew the church, and they moved to Stockbridge, and it moved to the school system. And they put on, I've forgotten how many hundred meals, and I've forgotten how many turkeys they'd go through in the community, all volunteer and maybe donations, but they didn't have a big public donation place. They just said, if you want to donate, there's a bowl over there somewhere you can donate. We were part of that for first couple of years that Johnsy and I were together.
Nice. Nice. Okay, well, I think anybody else want to share Thanksgiving? William, what are you doing?
Oh, we're gonna sit there and cook a turkey and have a couple neighbors come over.
Okay. How big of a turkey are you gonna make?
No, probably about a 10, 12 pounder, I think.
Yeah, that's
Just
that's
a
good
small
size.
one.
That's a good size for 3-4 people. That's
Well, that's all that's coming. Is my sister has a couple friends and they live, one lives 2 doors down, the other one lives across the way a little bit, so
okay.
we're just kind of like gonna have a nice quiet little thing here, and I'm gonna sit down and listen to the Lions game,
So William, I have a question for you. The Clear Lake Virtual Lions, I saw a note from Lindsay that you're having some sort of a holiday extravaganza meeting or something.
I'm just having a zone chair meeting on the 17th tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah. Because it's hard for me to sit there and get to Jackson to sit there and go to all my places. So B said it was all right just to sit there and do a zone meeting. So that's what I'm doing, is just checking in to see how the other clubs that I'm in charge of are doing.
So they're gonna chime in.
I hope so.
Yep.
Well, it's, the last one that I did, I only had one person, and that was Greg from Clinton, I believe it was.
Oh, I see.
He was the only one that showed up.
Right.
So it's like I told Nancy and I told B, I said, I hope I get more than Greg showing up this time.
Yeah. Well, I hope so too. I hope so too.
But, I've talked to 5 of the 7, via emails or, text messages. So,
Right.
I keep in contact with them that way.
That's good. Well, that's all you can do when you're, when you live up where you live, And hopefully they'll come to your Zoom meeting. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What I was talking about was I think your club itself is doing something like a holiday type meeting or something like that, like with singing and different things like that.
Oh, well, it's a trivia night is what it is on the 22nd. It's between music and sports, a little bit of everything. It's a trivia.
So that's November 22nd, or
I believe it's the 22nd.
Okay. Well, I was wondering if you were, I know you sent it out to your club, but I was wondering if you'd be interested in inviting, like the Winter Camp chat group to that,
Well, yeah, everybody's invited to it.
Because I could send your Lindsay's note out, to the list, and
Well,
you
the
may,
more people we get, the better off it is.
and you
Because
may,
we tried sports trivia, and it was only me, Lindsay, David, and Roger Yoder showed up a couple times.
okay,
So, now it's kind of like, we're going to try something different to see if we can get more of a crowd. So
right.
I don't know who all Lindsay said it to, but yeah, it'd be great. You can send that out to see how many people we can get.
I thought it'd be kind of a fun thing, since this group is used to doing virtual stuff, then why not open those kind of things up to everybody else as well,
Yes,
So, and it might recruit some people, who knows,
yeah. Well, it's, we're always trying to recruit, it's when I was at the BSBP, I tried to recruit a few people and, one's kind of interested, but he still hasn't made it. So,
Yeah. Well, it's a process, It's like sometimes people want to just jump right in, and other times you gotta coach them along a little bit, right?
well, that's it. So
Right,
I've been
Art?
coaching a couple
Rosenberg.
of people to come on in and join us.
Yeah. This is a nice way to do it, because you just say, hey, it's going to get to know, you're just going to have some fun, and that sort of thing. So anyway, I'll send Lindsay a note and just run it by her, and
Well, I can call her when I get done off of this and say,
Okay.
hey, Lindsay, why don't you put it out there for all of District 11B1?
right. Well, I was thinking even just not even all the Lions, just all the folks that are on this call, or
Yeah, in winter camp. Yeah,
that could be on this call, because there's a bunch of names. We got a
Yeah.
bunch of contacts, so
I would just go ahead and do it. And I gave you the permission,
yeah.
about it. So,
All right. So, and even people that are Lions might like to do that, right, Rosemary?
Yep.
yeah,
We'll just roar.
yeah, it's gonna be.
You just roared, you're right.
Sports, whatever anybody wants to talk about.
Well, it sounded like fun. So when I read Lindsay's note, she did a nice job of advertising it. So
Yeah, she does pretty good when she sends stuff out. She kind of like gets it kind of, descriptive about what's going to happen in it. So,
right.
but yeah,
And Lindsay is part of what Lions Club?
we're the Clear Lake Virtual Lions.
They're the
So-
Clear Lake Virtual Lions Club, Carmen.
Carmen. So
Oh,
it's Carmen, it's a virtual club. So
Oh.
they meet online,
okay,
like we're doing now. Okay.
okay.
And so, so they, and so they have meetings online. All their committee work is online, and really, about the only time they would be together would be at winter camp. And so that was sort of the way the club started, was folks at winter camp that weren't Lions.
Oh,
They joined together and formed this virtual Lions.
okay.
So anyway, so they've been going for about 3 years now. I think this is probably into their third.
22. Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah. So we had their charter event at winter camp. I guess it would have been the year after COVID, the year we went back after COVID, because we were gone for 2 years and did virtual camp for 2 years during COVID. 2021 and 22 was virtual. So I just lost my camera again. Anyway, so that's, but yeah, they're doing a great job. And like I say, William's part of the district. Even though he doesn't live in the district, he's part of the district leadership team as a zone chair. And so, and then Jesse Bollinger, who lives in Iowa, is I think he's the chaplain, I think.
He's the
is that right?
president.
He's the president.
He's
and,
president.
the administrator.
Okay.
his wife Kristen, she changed her name when they got married to Serene. She is the chaplain.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, Renee, we lost you there.
I'm back. Yep, I accidentally hit the wrong button and ended it and had to get back in.
Okay.
Oh.
So anyway, so we'll do that. We'll send that out, and maybe we'll get you some more folks, you know, to see what's going on with the Clear Lake Virtual Alliance, and because it's a pretty accessible way. And the other thing, Carmen, is that I think 95% of the folks in the club are blind or visually impaired.
Yeah, we're all
Yeah,
visually
okay.
impaired one way
We
or
all visually impaired or blind or another.
Right.
Yeah.
So Renee, I've been looking and I have not found, I was going to check see if you'd texted me John's number. But I was looking for emails and I wasn't able to find an email from you.
I'll send it to you.
You could send it to me again. That'd be great.
Yeah, I don't have
wait
it
a minute.
memorized, but I can find it.
Wait a minute. I think I just found it. 517-281-7658.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll give him a call.
Yeah, he lives in Lansing.
Okay. All righty.
Right.
One of the things that I was gonna, so I sent an email earlier today, and it was a message from Kelsey, gosh, the lady that works at Western Michigan, Kelsey Spencer Douglas, and she's going to be bringing the grad students out to camp this year for the technology stuff.
Okay, cool.
So she
You want me to
has.
bring the what?
She's so Western Michigan University brings grad students in their low vision program to help campers with their technology questions and issues and things.
Okay.
And so she's interested to know, you know, what people need, you know, and so
What you're struggling with and maybe need help with.
what are you struggling with? What are you, you know, what would you like to be able to do? You know, is there something that you like to be able to do that you can't? So she's kind of interested in gathering some input prior to camp on those sorts of questions.
Okay.
So if you got the email, and I'll have Kathy text it to our text group, and so because some people don't really read email very much, but they do look at texts, so I'll have her do that. But anyway, I just wanted to let people know that are on the call today, and whoever listens to it online when I post this recording, that she's interested in knowing what their needs are from a technology perspective. So they might even come out Friday, you know, and talk to people, then come back the next day, but I'm not sure. I haven't verified that. Usually they just come on Saturday. So
will the cane lady be there?
Yep, she'll be there.
Cool.
Okay.
So if you need a cane, we have a couple of people that have been looking for canes, but she didn't have any. She has to order a new supply because I think she used up most of what she had last year. So she's got to restock. But one of the things and Carmen, for your information, I don't know if you use a cane or not. I'm assuming you do.
Yes, I do.
But she's been taking measurements for people and building a database so that she knows, you know, like what camper is, what size cane they need, and any other information.
Okay.
And so, Carmen, since you haven't been to winter camp, you know, you'll probably get measured this year.
Yes.
And
Okay.
so she's kind of trying to keep track of how long. It's like if she gave somebody a cane, when did she give it to them, and you know, when would they maybe need to have it repaired or, you know, replaced or something like that. So she's trying to kind of build a program around cane repair and renewal for our camp.
Nice.
So I think that's a nice idea.
Yes, it is.
My neighbor screaming around on his little dirt buggy. So that's one of the things I wanted to get out there today. But
So
So
these new players we have too, Roger, that I probably can,
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
I said, because these new players, I know Renee just received hers the other day, and I have mine. I was just sitting here playing with it before I jumped on the meeting, listening to how to navigate through the new buttons on it.
Oh, I see.
Oh, the
Okay.
player from the Talking Book Library.
Yes.
Ah. So do you have one of those, Renee?
Yeah, I just got mine and I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, we could always we could also ask the library to come again. They were here last year after they'd been away for a little while, and so I'll ask Bridget to come, and maybe they can help with the players if people are still having issues with them.
I just like my
Okay,
e-reader.
that'll be yes.
Sorry.
No, I like my e-reader too. Was that Rosemary?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Rosemary. I think Renee had. I just received mine not too long ago too, but I haven't had any training on it. As Renee had a little training, I believe, on hers from Chad, and they haven't set up anything for us to have any more training on it yet. So.
I didn't have any training on the e-reader, but I contacted Scott Norris at the library to help with a couple of things I was struggling with, like getting my internet connected and some of those kinds of things. But once we got my internet connected and signed into my, reading, both the NLS and Bookshare, good to go.
Yes. Okay, well then maybe I'll get someone over here to do hook it up to my internet, and maybe I can work myself through it. Somebody said they have a YouTube that you can go on and it helps them with it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't like YouTube a lot of times because so much is you have to see in order to actually do it,
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out, but so I'm all right. I'll just
It's
but he
really
did put
not
my name on it.
Yeah, it's not as hard as it seems. You just have to know, what spots and how to do the Braille part so you can, because like I didn't know how to make the @ sign for the email.
See,
and stuff like that,
Okay.
because I don't know computer
Okay.
Braille.
Oh, me either. So I'm learning computers now. That's what I'm doing now, computers. So.
Are you going to the training center?
No, not
So
yet. They haven't.
you
They have not got back in touch with me yet to go up there yet to Kalamazoo.
Okay.
I'm
So
waiting
you're
on
just
that
doing-
call.
You're just doing it on your own?
And well,
Doing Greater
Carmen and I
Detroit.
both get services from Greater Detroit Agency for the blind and visually impaired
they
in
help a
Southfield.
lot.
Yeah, they help me. I do Braille in the morning and computers in the afternoon there.
So what's going on with those guys? I know that they lost their funding and they just were.
They are no longer closing.
Oh,
They're
good.
no longer closing. Thank you, Kathy. Kathy, not Kathy. Who is this? Rosemary. You know more about it. You know a little bit more because I know we're clients and we just get bits of it, but we know we're not. We're still like I would have been last day. Would have been tomorrow for my Braille class.
Yeah, no, I'm in Muskegon, so I don't know much about that because I wasn't involved with that stuff. And Pauline would know more about it.
Yeah.
Pauline Smith.
Well, no, you know what, Rose? Marie, actually, she doesn't know any more than us because you know what? She was just explaining to me on the bus. She contracted. So her and Chad, my teacher for the computer, and the two mobile people that work there for our mobile skills, they're not actually included in everything that's really going on because they're only there for a few days out the week.
Yeah. See, and I've never been, so I don't know anything about that. I haven't been involved with any of the state blind organizations like, rehab and all that for many, many years. So
I think
last time I was in Kalamazoo was like 1987. So
Oh yes. Oh yeah, that's yes, that's years, yes, decades ago.
That's when Bob Tinney got me my first computer, and it was a DOS computer. So.
Oh, okay.
I think that Kashania Graham.
Yes.
You guys know
Yes.
Kashania, right? I
Yeah.
think she.
You know what?
She's part of their
listening,
staff,
Roger.
I think.
Yes, she is. Yes.
I didn't learn Braille until I lost my sight in 75, and I had a teacher in Salt Lake City who taught me.
No, okay.
And it was kind of
Yeah,
funny
and-
because I'm very good at shapes and pattern perception. So one time I was trying to write my roommate a note, and instead of printing regular letters, I was writing Braille symbols. And I realized what I was doing. I go, like, she's going to be able to read this. This is going to look like hieroglyphics. So I had to
Nice.
start over
Shorthand.
again.
Shorthand, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It was funny.
And Roger, Roger, do you go to any of the camps?
Well, I've never been to summer camp. I keep saying I'm going to go, but I haven't been able to go yet.
Yeah, we're gonna capture him one of these days.
One of these days.
I
Right.
know. So do you go to winter camp then?
Well, yeah,
He's in charge of it.
I'm in charge of it.
Oh, well, then I can get to meet you in person then.
Yes, you will.
My
Yes.
first. Okay, Rosemary, and I really enjoyed. Like I said, that was my first time in summer camp, and this will be my first time, and it won't be my last
All right.
at winter camp. I just know I
Okay.
had much
Carmen,
fun.
when you
Yes.
go to winter
Yes.
camp, you get to meet Dorothy, Roger's wife, too.
Yep, because she
Oh,
does the
okay.
red desk.
I get
Yeah.
double trouble.
That's-
Okay, look, double
you get to
trouble.
meet, and you get to meet Art Turner, who is our chaplain, and
Yeah.
Okay.
lots of other
Get
great
to meet all
people.
these cool people.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
like I did in summer camp. So I
Yes,
just can't
ma'am.
wait to meet you all. And yes, I thank you all. I thank you, Renee and Pauline. I don't guess, but actually telling me to come this year for the summer. So I came.
Good.
Well,
All right.
Okay.
Hey, go ahead, Art.
We'll let people know when we're getting ready to start sending out the applications and getting ready for camp again. And, you know, we have to wait
Okay.
till Pioneer Resources works the things out for us. So
So I was
Okay.
going to say, and Rosemary, Danae sent me a note the other day about the free matter for the blind.
yeah, she didn't know how to use those, and
And so, I mean, it's deceptively simple because, I mean, I think I told her in the note, I said, if you ask 5 different post offices, you'll get 5 different answers as to who can do free matter for the blind, what it has to be, how it has to be prepared.
yeah, because
And
my
essentially-
understanding, but that's because I've been involved with known about
Right.
it for many years.
Right.
But it's supposed to be large print or Braille. And they used to be, and I don't know that this is true anymore, but it used to be you had to send them unsealed.
Right. Well, last year I did a test with half the applications. And so basically so the application is in large print and all the things on the envelope are in large print, the
Right.
address and in the return. And so then it was just a matter of the statement, free matter for the blind or disabled on an address label. And, and so I did them all that way this year.
Yep, I
And,
noticed. Yep,
And that only took like a week and a half for people to get them, or even
that's
a
not
week.
bad.
And so they used to tell me that, oh, they'll never get them. It goes to the bottom of the pile. It has the lowest priority. Well, that's not really the case, at least in my post office in Battle Creek. So that's,
And I don't know
suggest-
that that's really true either. That they go to I've never heard that.
Yeah, I suggested to Danae that she do a test, like a test email or a test mailing to you, Rosemary.
Right.
And just see what happens,
Yeah, no problem.
And so, I mean, that would save a lot of.
Because I got yours, no problem. And in
It's-
fact,
it
I
saves-
think I
it
got yours
saves-
on
I mean,
Monday or Wednesday because Tuesday there wasn't any mail delivery.
it saves a lot of
Excuse-
postage because with the packet, you need to normally have like double postage on it.
Oh yeah, yep.
And
yep.
so since postage stamps are like 75 cents or something like that now,
Yeah, that's
that's a lot.
sky
That's
high.
a lot. That's like $100 or more. So
Yeah.
I mean, every little bit helps. So
Yep.
Right.
Well, I got my winter camp information in the mail yesterday.
yeah, okay.
All
Well,
right, then.
So you'll get your.
And what is blind matters? What is the blind matters? I didn't mean, excuse me.
It's
Free matter
ahead,
for the
Rosemary.
blind is mailing materials that blind people can read.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank
Like
you.
like Braille, like say if they're sending out something in Braille, it goes free matter for the blind. They send out something in large print, that's free matter for the blind. Otherwise, it goes
Okay.
regular mail.
and books. I think books in
Okay.
Braille can be sent free matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, anything that's
Anything.
printed, or
Anything.
audiobooks, like they come from the library, those go free matter for
Yeah.
the blind too.
So it's a
Okay.
government program that they haven't cut yet, apparently. So
Yeah, well,
Thank
don't
God.
don't tell anybody about that,
Yeah,
or they
no
might
kidding.
decide to do that.
I know that's. Yeah, we're gonna keep quiet on that part.
just keep your head
Roger.
down.
Okay, you
Keep
guys.
your head down.
Roger,
Mhm.
Right.
is
Yes,
there going to
Renee.
be a service project this year?
We're going to do blankets again.
Okay.
Is that? Oh, I was going to tell you also, Denise Griffin. Do you guys remember Denise Griffin? Maybe you don't, Renee, but I think
No.
Rosemary would. And she was our craft person for quite a
Oh,
few
yeah.
years. And she and when we, in fact, she did an online craft when the first year we had COVID camp.
Yeah.
Oh,
Still
yeah,
on.
that's right. She sent
and
it.
but then she wasn't in favor of wearing a mask, when we had to go back with masks on. And so she kind of dropped off, but we asked her if she'd be willing to come back, and she was going to talk to her buddies, and they're going to be back doing crafts. And so I know we had some
Okay.
input last week last month about what kind of crafts, and apparently summer camp you did some, like maybe some bracelets or something, but
Yeah, we
anyway.
did. Well, because I do leather stuff, but I don't expect you guys to do that because that's expensive. But when we do, different things, like one of the things that one of my helpers, pastor's wife, did is she had these wooden medallions that you could moisten and make a little bit soft, and then you can use the leather tools to make designs on them.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, we did.
And I made a nameplate at summer camp.
Yep.
I made a nameplate and I made a leather leather wristband for my daughter. Yes.
So what
It was
did they
very
use
nice.
for the base on the nameplate?
Mhm.
Just like a chunk of wood or something, or what?
No,
It
I'm
was
not
leather
sure.
and we beat it. What did we do? How did we do it, Rosemary? I think
Rosemary,
we
do you
was
remember what the
beating it.
nameplates were made out of?
Yes, I don't remember.
I don't I honestly don't know because I wasn't involved with that. I got pulled away for other stuff because
Okay.
one of the issues that I have when I'm at summer camp is that
You're in charge.
being I'm in charge of stuff. I get I have to sometimes I get taken away to supervise something else, and I trust my craft people at this point to handle most all of it, so I end up doing
They
other
did a
stuff.
wonderful job, Rosemary.
Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah,
the
they
lady's
did.
name, but it was homemade. She put
Yes.
different materials together, and it
It
wasn't
probably was
wood.
that was probably Nancy, and that would have been my
Yep.
pastor's wife. I can ask her.
Okay.
When I see her at church on Sunday tomorrow, I'll ask her,
Okay. Yeah.
If you
Okay.
and
could,
then I can I'll let you know, Roger.
okay, that'd be great. That'd be great. So,
And I'm-
we haven't really talked to Denise about what to do, but she usually had some pretty cool things, that she had thought up, and so I'm looking forward to having her back. So
Are the
Okay.
cadets associates coming?
you bet.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite
Okay.
parts.
They'll be there. So,
Yeah,
and
they're good
Okay,
people.
well,
right.
and I'm
I
about
think
to jump
we're gonna
off,
have-
go to the grocery store, you guys, but I love that I was on here. And I guess we'll have another meeting next month, right?
The next meeting would
That's the
be the
plan.
20th of December.
Oh, day before my
Okay.
birthday. Yay.
If we go with our normal
December
third
what?
Saturday, it'll be the 20th of December.
Okay,
And,
okay.
And that would be
so
the day before my birthday, Roger.
we can
Oh,
set
we
it
have
All
to
like
right.
happy
that.
birthday
Oh, well, we get to say happy birthday to you then.
Yes, you do.
Okay, well, I love you guys, and I'll see you all on next
All right.
month.
Take care,
Okay.
Carmen. We'll see you next
Okay.
month. And
Alrighty.
I'm going to
Yes,
leave
I
now
see
too.
will.
So we'll
See
see
Art,
everybody next
Roger,
chat.
and who else is on here? And Renee. That's all that's on here now, right?
Art-
Art's
Roger,
still
Everybody
here,
Renee.
say goodbye
Art's
to everybody.
here and-
Silent observer.
Okay, you all have a good evening.
All righty. Well, hey,
Okay.
thanks everybody for
Blessings.
calling. And
Yeah,
I'll get
okay,
a hold of
thank
John
you.
and Autumn, and we'll get them wrangled up to try to get them to camp. So,
Okay, and let me know if you can't contact them, and I'll try.
okay. All righty. Fantastic. Art, thanks very much, and be careful driving.
Will do.
Safe travels to Canada.
Hmm. Well, the whole season is traveling this year. We're planning on going up to Boyne City for Christmas, and then down to Florida. So
Okay.
we'll be on the road.
All righty. And you'll be back in time for winter camp, right?
Oh yes,
Okay.
that's fixed time.
Yeah.
It's a question of whether I fly back from Florida for winter camp or whether we drive back.
Okay. So I didn't send anything out yet, but my plan is to have a Zoom meeting on this Thursday, just to kind of update on anything that we talked about at the last meeting face to face. But it'll be a Zoom meeting in the morning on Thursday, if that's
Okay.
for you. I'll send a note out today. I meant to do it yesterday, but I hurt my back.
Okay.
I hurt
Oh
my
dear.
back, and I've been. If I'm sitting, it's okay, but when I get up, walk around, it's quite painful. So
Hmm.
anyway, I'm being a wimp.
Okay.
All righty.
I've
Thank you,
got it
guys.
tentatively for Thursday.
Okay, it'll be probably 9 or 10 in the morning, probably, because I don't expect it to be very long.
Okay.
No more than an hour. So
Okay. We'll talk to everybody later. Have a good
okay,
night.
William, thanks a
Okay.
lot. Good luck with your zone meeting.
Yes, thank you.
All
You
righty.
guys be good.
Okay.
And Lindsay, you're gonna put a thing out for winter campers to come and join on 22nd of our trivia thing.
Okay.
Night. All right? Okay,
Sounds
Right.
good. Thank you, William.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Mhm.
All right. Bye-bye.
Roger, I just wanted to tell you that I already booked my Amtrak and the application I completed it and I sent it in the mail today.
Okay. Great.
So I'm trying to be one of the first I don't know 30 people or whatever to get a lower bunk.
Right. Well, that's the name of the game, you know.
So
That's
the
the name of the
mailman
game.
took it today.
Good deal. All righty.
Good.
Well, I think I'm going to start getting a lot of them because I heard from Carolyn Collier and you know, she called and said, "Hey, I got my stuff. I sent it in." So uh, so yeah, that's great. That's great.
Okay.
So
I'm
think
trying
we'll
to be
have
ahead
think
of the
we'll-
game.
I think we'll have a full house again. So
Yes.
I hope I sent to a few more men this time. I got several men's names that I didn't have from the summer camp list, and so hopefully we'll be able to get some more on the men's side too. So that'll be great. All righty. Well, I'm going to sign off. You guys have a great rest of the weekend, and thanks for
Your
calling.
blessings and
Cool.
All righty.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
You too.